welcome to the Film Companion Actors Adda 2022. We are here to celebrate all of you, the amazing work that all of you have done. So first of all, thank you for all your performances.
Oh, thank you.
For all the movies you've made, for the joy you've given us. I want to start, Rishab, with you. क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि Kantara is the most inspiring story of this year. You're an actor, you're a director, you're a writer. आपने अपने गांव की एक कहानी बनाई, पूरे world में it's become a success. Which only goes to show one more time कि finally it's not the budgets, it's not the stars, it's not the foreign locations, it's not the marketing, it's conviction, it's storytelling. इस फिल्म के बाद आपके लिए क्या बदला है?
कुछ नहीं.
Really?
सेम. तो वापस मेरा अगला फिल्म चालू करता हूँ तो वैसा मैं कांतारा ऐसे शुरू किया था तो उधर से ही शुरू करता हूँ मैं. स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द स्क्रैच. तो दो चीज़ें नहीं है, एक्सपेक्टेशन एंड एक्साइटमेंट. तो हर बार वही सोचता हूँ मैं, सिर्फ सक्सेस को इधर लेके आता हूँ, इधर तक नहीं.
वेरी नाइसली सेड.
अच्छा, मैंने पढ़ा कि एक शॉट था प्री क्लाइमैक्स 360 डिग्री शॉट था जिसमें आपने एक शोल्डर डिसलोकेट किया. उसके बाद दूसरा शोल्डर डिसलोकेट किया और आप शूटिंग करते रहे. एंड राज इज अराइव्ड.
Johnny is here.
I told you.
Raj, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad I could make it.
You have driven from Pune and you're driving back to Pune, so thank you for making this effort.
No, thank you. I couldn't have missed this, of course. All these amazing people.
Rishabh, coming back to you. आप एक शॉट कर रहे थे प्री क्लाइमैक्स, dislocated one shoulder, dislocated the other shoulder, and you kept going. ये आपने कैसे किया?
मतलब करना है तो करना है, बस ज़्यादा सोचता नहीं मैं.
पर दर्द नहीं हो रहा था?
तो हो रहा था, जो स्प्रे डाल के करता था मैं. वैसा तो मैं आई वॉज अ रजलर कॉलेज के टाइम में. तो वो सब पहला जो फाइट सीक्वेंस था कंबड़ा रेस होने के बाद, तो उधर भी आधा शूट के बाद मेरा लेफ्ट लेग में एयरलाइन क्रैक हुआ था. तो ऐसे शूट कंटिन्यू किया. मतलब 1.5 दिन में हम लोग शूट वो एक्शन सीक्वेंस ख़त्म किए थे. ये पहला फाइट सीक्वेंस था. हमको 3 दिन रिहर्सल किए थे. तो उसके बाद शूट चालू किए. एक पूरे फिल्म में मेरा गांव में शूट किया था. एक हिल स्टेशन था, हिल के टॉप उधर हम लोग सेट डाले थे. तो उधर तक वो राइन इफेक्ट था, नाइट शूट, और 5 दिन का हम लोग स्केड्यूल डाले थे. ये अगर एक दिन में छुट्टी लिया, बहुत सारे लोग थे और पहली बार आज आप लोग बोल रहे हैं इतने कम बजट में कांतारा किए, इतने कलेक्शन किए करके. पहला मैं कन्नड़ा में करने का थॉट था मेरा. उस समय इट वाज अ बिग बजट फिल्म फॉर मी. मैं मेरा लास्ट फिल्म में डायरेक्ट किया था 1.4 करोड़ में. ठीक है. उससे पहले किरिक पार्टी किए थे हम लोग, 3 करोड़ में हम लोग पिक्चर रिलीज किए थे. वैसा एक लो बजट मिड बजट का एक फिल्म करके आ रहा था मैं. पहली बार मैं सोचा इतना बड़ा बजट में, इतना बड़ा सेट मैं कभी देखा भी नहीं था. असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर का भी काम नहीं किया था इतना बड़े स्केल में. तो इतने लोग थे सेट पे, इतने गाड़ी आ रहे थे, देख के मुझे इतना प्रेशर हो रहा था, टेंशन हो रहा था. तो खत्म करना है मुझे. ठीक है. पहली बार वो सीक्वेंस करने समय में हम लोग का बजट मतलब ज़्यादा हो गया था, जो दिन का भी ज़्यादा हो गया था. वो इतना मुश्किल था कि पानी लेके आने का भी बहुत मुश्किल था. हिल टॉप था, उधर गाड़ी नहीं आता था उधर. तो बाजू में एक वेल था, तो उन 3-4 घर थे उधर. तो उन लोगों से पूछ के उधर से पानी निकाल के हम लोग रेन इफेक्ट किए. ठीक है. तो लास्ट शॉट लिया मैं, पूरे सीक्वेंस का पानी खत्म हो गया था उधर में.
Oh my God.
तो ऐसा सोचता हूँ मैं, ये शूट करना है तो करना है. तो लोग 4-5 डायरेक्शन डिपार्टमेंट लोग, एसोसिएट डायरेक्टर्स भाग गए इस फिल्म में. और हर स्केड्यूल में 10-15 लोग, आर्ट डिपार्टमेंट वाले, स्मोक डालने वाले, सब लोग भागते वापस नहीं आते. जो कन्नड़ा इंडस्ट्री में एक गॉसिप आया था कि उधर मत जाओ, शूट के लिए मत जाओ. तो आप लोगों को ऐसा हो जाएगा कि आप
क्रेडिट दिया आपने फिल्म में उनको जो भाग गए थे.
हाँ, सब लोगों को दिया.
नाउ दे आर ओनिंग द फिल्म.
देखो मैंने काम किया.
वेरी प्राउड ऑफ कांतारा. एंड और बोलो सर कोई बात नहीं, और हम ट्राई करते, काम करते आपके साथ करके.
Correct. Amazing. But tell me, for the rest of you, was there a scene in a film you did this year which felt like life and death? कि ये बहुत मुश्किल है, which took all your craft, everything that you have. How did you do it?
For me, I think it would be in Bhedia, the transformation scene, which is pre-interval. And we had no idea मतलब special effects कैसे लगेंगे, क्या होगा, कैसे दिखने वाला है. तो उसके एक दिन प्लान था उसके लिए obviously. And हमारे 32 to 36 takes हुए थे उसके लिए, because एक shot, अमर को एक shot चाहिए था. And he just wanted one shot, and Amar is, I mean, Raj will know this better than me. Amar एक मतलब excited बच्चे की तरह है सेट पे, उसकी एनर्जी कभी ख़त्म नहीं होती है. So the actor has to keep it up there. तो मुझे उस वक्त I had to go and crash into a wall literally and then fall back. तो मैंने वो 30 बार किया. And I was slightly concussed, I think by the 26th take. मतलब मुझे पता नहीं था मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. उसके बाद it just became like I don't remember, मतलब लास्ट के 3 टेक मुझे अभी तक याद नहीं है कि क्या किया मैंने उसमें.
Do you know which take he used?
He used the first take.
Directors, I tell you.
But Anil sir will be thinking मैंने मांगे थे.
नहीं 30 तो नहीं मांगेगा.
Life and death तो नहीं, but the second half of Darlings where I'm getting battered and I'm under the influence of I don't know what kind of medication, alcohol or whatever, these antipsychotic drugs, whatever they put in the system. I had to understand how to enact those, and without really knowing if I'm doing it correct or not. So I used to always be worried if I am able to convey the emotion under the influence of such intoxicants. It was fun. It wasn't life or death, for sure. It looked like it was, but...
Well, you were, it was a fabulous performance.
Thank you so
Hamza this year is one of the great performances of the year.
Thank you so
truly.
much.
Who else had a moment of sheer terror?
It was, I think, an action hero when I had just recovered from COVID. And doctor had told me not to just exert yourself too much. And I had to run the first 5 days, just run, and scaffolding scene was quite tough. Like, of course, I was suffering from vertigo back in the day, but I had to just give up on that fear, and I was just doing it. And my first action film, and there was this hunger to just do something very different out of my skin and my core character in other films. So I think it's just I was just passionately driven to do this. I think then, and when Jaideep attacked me for the first time, it was his first day of shoot, and he's 30 kgs heavier. So I didn't know how my body will react. He held me like this and threw me on the car bonnet, and I was like just. Then I realized, okay, this is like a different weight category. So we are fighting. It's like featherweight versus heavyweight. So what's happening here?
Also,
I think that was real terror.
He's a Jat from Haryana. So.
Of course.
Listen, bro, I did something with him. I've been in your situation. It's not out yet, but I know exactly what
Yeah.
I feel like every time, or I don't know, I think maybe it's this way with me. I feel like every time I'm unwell and performing a scene, it somehow helps. I don't know, it's just my twisted way of.
Hey, Bhagwan, mujhe
Or
bimar
maybe
kar dena.
because most of my performance-oriented scenes have been of me in turmoil or in extreme distressful situations. So for the freezer portion of Millie, for the majority of it, I was very unwell and was running a very high temperature. And I think it was a call that we took to continue shooting because I felt like being in a difficult state in actuality would, I don't know, it would depict some sort of genuine pain on camera that would have been hard to fake. And so it was a call that we took that I hope paid off, but it felt like a life and death experience because the pain was very visceral in every moment that we shot in that freezer.
Wow, talk about suffering for your art. What have you guys done, Chalo?
He suffered to reach this interview.
That's it, my greatest suffering has been coming here.
I think for me, Badhaai Do climax. I think the whole.
What you two did, Sheeba, you
and right, the moment he comes out in front of the family, the whole conversation between him and the family, and the terrace scene with the amazing, of course, amazing Sheeba.
That's me.
Absolutely.
That was again not life and death, but yeah, like something which I cherished.
No, you guys were both absolutely fabulous. Absolutely. That scene is like, matlab, कपूर साहब आप बहुत quiet हो.
कहाँ मैं quiet हूँ?
कुछ तो कहिए.
मैं सुन रहा हूँ.
आप सुन रहे हैं?
सुन रहा हूँ.
So, you had that one scene in Thar where, he's in bed and his wife is sleeping and he has this complete existential crisis and says to her that, are you unhappy because I wasn't more successful? और she turns around और completely just dismisses it कि कुछ सब्जी की बात करती हैं या कुछ, and the expression on your face is just so brilliant, and I was like, this is
real
why
life situation.
But I felt like this is why you've been a leading man for 4 decades. You still can bring it out in such a genuine, emotional way.
Yeah, I think sometimes what happens is the right actors around you and the right, I think somewhere I feel the universe really helps you. Some things really come together. Like for example, our scene together from Thar and jumping straight to Juk Juk Jio, which we did on the terrace. Both of us, where he comes to, wants to convey to his father that he's, so that scene, and we're talking about Thar and all. Things just come together, the right weather, the right atmosphere, the right actor, the right cameraman, the way it's been lit. And you just pray to God कि यार ये हो जाए. And you just feel, and always you feel ये होगा कि नहीं होगा. Will I be able to get the truth? And I hope it doesn't look fake. Can I get that, the pureness
Of that emotion.
Of that emotion. The camera catches it, It has to be absolutely pure. So I try to get that honesty. And then obviously so many things are important in that, to get that purity.
Vidya, what scares you as an actor? Which emotion do you sort of feel very reluctant about conveying on screen?
I think I've struggled with anger always.
Really?
Yeah. I've struggled with expressing anger easily. So I have to work myself up when I need to get angry on screen. I'll never forget when I was doing Parinita.
Yeah.
Mr. Chopra called me and said, he praised my performance throughout. He said, ek scene I put to music. It's a scene where you get angry. Because you just couldn't do it.
Who said that?
Chopra.
Oh, the great Vinod Chopra.
No, but since then I've definitely gotten better. But that's one thing that I struggle with.
You still struggle?
I still struggle with.
Wow.
Like I have to really think of things that...
It's a good thing to struggle with. It's life. It's a great thing we don't do.
तो उल्टा struggle कर रहे हैं.
It might sound like it's not true, but I really do struggle with anger.
Yeah?
Really?
It looks like it comes naturally to me, but it doesn't.
After Darlings, no one's going to believe that. Yeah.
She was refusing to shake my hand.
No, but I'll tell you what. I watched Darlings. I hated him so much. And Siddharth told me, you should call him and tell him. I said, no, I don't want to talk to him. I just hate him.
Compliment.
But it is the biggest compliment. I think you were...
Thank you. But I really would like to receive that.
I'll got something else and call you.
वो बोल रहे यार कितनी तारीफ करे नहीं यार फिर करे need it every day.
Yeah. The big narrative of this year, of course, has been the ascendancy of the South, right? The 4 states, the 4 film industries. Dulquer, you have worked across languages.
He's already joining hands.
Rishab, victory lap!
We need to collaborate.
Janhvi is half South Indian.
Let's not be left behind.
No, listen.
Let's not be left behind.
Vidya,
I told him
I've already been signed. इन लोग कुछ भी करना है.
Before this interview started, I was like, I'll audition right now.
Rishab, आप auditions ले रहे हो?
देखते कहानी तो लिख दो
मेरे प्रोफाइल ले लो सर.
Rishabh, I'm free for 6 months for rehearsals.
He doesn't
Because
want
he
to
said he rehearses for 4 months.
Yeah, he
I'll
rehearses
be
4
6. Huh?
सब लोग बाहर.
big fan of him man
But, Dulquer, you have worked across industries, including having a film in Hindi, Chup. You had a massive blockbuster, Sitaramam in Telugu. Tell me, because you move across state lines so much, do you see a perceptible shift in the power axis when you look at scripts? Where are the best ones coming from?
Oh, wow.
This is an expose question.
No, I
Where are the
gauge-
good scripts?
I just go with what like my gut tells me.
I'm very fortunate. Like I'm constantly listening to stuff from all four industries at any given time, and but I don't think I've differentiated in that sense. I keep trying to find my cinema in everything I listen to, but I think there's great quality writing everywhere.
Everyone.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it's kind of become the need of the hour. I feel like everybody is putting out.
Varun is actively
The
disagreeing.
Actually, no, you can't say there's great quality writing everywhere. It's not.
I think so. क्या होता है?
I think you just have to find
No,
it.
it's there, but very less in some places.
But you have to look
Which
for it.
place
I
is
feel.
Varun?
I actually want to
Wow.
ask, like, Anil sir,
Hot seat.
how do you, like, after a while, how do you hear so many scripts? And I'm sure to hear the good ones, you have to hear a lot of bad ones also.
Yeah.
At some point, anger, which you were talking about, when you hear bad scripts, you get genuine anger.
Oh,
Don't you get?
I will use it next time.
Because पूरी सुननी पड़ती
I
है.
zone out.
Yeah, there's nothing tougher
think
than
about other
sitting
things.
through a.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you must have.
Varun,
Like-
But I'll tell you
bad.
what.
You know the first
Varun,
10 minutes.
Varun, it's
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of
and the
our
good one is
part of
Yeah.
our job,
Yeah.
and you have to accept it and be kind to the person who's come to narrate it to you. Listen to at least give okay, you zone out, but you have to give that respect.
Of course, of course.
You know, I know it's a tough thing. It's very exhausting. It's very tiring. But क्या करें? If you don't, then you might miss out on something.
Yeah, that
True,
is true.
true.
That's
Yeah,
true.
so
And
it's-
that'll
it's-
feel worse than.
Sorry?
And that'll be worse than
Yeah, of
having
course.
to sit through anything.
And of course, if you heard it and you said yes or no, whatever it is. And then, of course, you can have a lot of youngsters now prefer to read. So you can then read it
Yeah.
when you really feel you're in the right space. हमें तो हर स्क्रिप्ट सुननी पड़ती थी.
Hey, abhi, a lot of people insist on narration only.
Sorry?
People insist
On narration.
Narration.
Yeah.
I feel like
Do you
you
prefer
visualize better
I,
with narration.
yeah,
With narration.
I
insist on
Narration,
script.
narration.
I feel like I can visualize or I can at least kind of understand what he's trying to make.
But do you like the writer to narrate? Sorry,
Sorry, no,
or the
go ahead.
director to narrate?
The director.
Director.
Sometimes directors are not good narrators.
Some directors
No,
are not
but-
good.
Like
But
Shujit
then
Bhai is not a
then
good
you
narrator
get
at
a
all.
sense
Yeah.
of what their vision
Yeah.
is. Their vision you have to get a sense
Yeah.
of, no?
Like
Because you
Sriram
can-
sir is also not a good narrator.
Yeah. Sriram sir is a very.
But I'm-
Yeah.
He'll try to.
Ki-
Yeah,
you
play
just
games
read.
with you while
Just
narrating.
read, yeah.
He'll narrate you a wrong scene to see your reaction.
Tell me something. How does this script read? Like if Shriram sir
It's just a story. It's just a story.
Then you need a narration.
Like
You
a
got
vague
script,
story.
But did you get a script?
No.
I didn't get a
Dialogues?
script.
No, not even dialogue.
Yeah, no dialogue.
First
I am
thing in the
waiting for a
morning,
script
ये
from
dialogue script है, कर लो.
I didn't get a script. I literally went to the office and I wrote, like I would every day say that tell me what Badlapur is. And you would write, I wrote 30 pages of it myself. And then he told me in the end that I'm sure you've not got the film as yet. That's all he would keep telling me. You've not understood the film. You've not understood. I said, Sriram, I need to understand. So give me a script. I said, what will you do?
Only in his mind.
You know what he told me? He said, if you get the script, what will you do? You think you'll be better?
I mean, it's not the idea.
So I think you'll all agree with me. There is no film that can't be made better with the addition of Sheeba.
Oh, absolutely.
We all are in agreement with that.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet.
No, this is true. It's true. Right? Read this lovely article which said कि her per minute impact.
Yeah.
कि रोल 10 मिनट का भी है, but the per minute impact इतना
massive.
होता है
ये
कि
कौन सा आर्टिकल है यार?
हाँ हाँ मैंने पढ़ा.
आपने नहीं पढ़ा?
Oh, minute impact.
It's lovely. But Sheeba, tell me, first of all, I think कि you made your debut in the 90s with Sanjay Bhansali.
Yeah.
हम दिल दे चुके सनम, right? और we are celebrating you now 25 years later.
Wow.
Okay? एक तो the patience required and the optimism required to just stay the course and say कि I'm good and it'll happen. And also now that we are all in complete awe of your amazing talent, do you ever fear कि मेरे को, it'll be this, it'll be the charming sister-in-law, yeah, this person, yeah, that person, but they'll never see me as the center.
So I think to start only, the thing is that I never thought ki patience or it'll happen. That thing was never in my head. Na? So come from Delhi, I'm a theatre person. So my thing was literally how can I earn money? Na? Because I want to do theatre. So my positioning of myself was a theatre person. So this was like the ancillary thing. There was no roadmap, there was no ambition ki mujhe ye banna hai, it'll happen. Not at all. So I think for the longest time one just went with that, literally what was in the kitty, what was offered, I would make the choice of, or literally go by my gut कि अभी ये ठीक लग रहा है, इसके पैसे ठीक है, इससे कर literally like that, and it just built. So there was no, even patience is not even a word I would, it doesn't resonate even, you know, Anupama. It's like it was literally just a going with it, because I didn't position myself like that. But yeah, it would be great now to. I think there is a reluctance to even. Yeah. It's true to imagine myself as in the center. वो आता भी नहीं है thought, and I'm saying that some poverty karma is there. I think, like they say, like the thing of the thought doesn't come to me, but it'll be great to get more nuanced work, which is wonderful. If it's the center or not center, I honestly don't. I नहीं वो होता. But yeah, more nuanced work would be lovely, and that's. Some of it is lovely that's there, so it's great. But yeah.
But I feel like for her work in Badhaai Do, I felt like it's the most inspiring portrayal of a stereotypical character of a mother. Yeah. What she brought that was so unique and her, and I could never imagine that character to pan out like that. Her pauses, the way she responded to situation, and then I had a lengthy chat with her. How did you crack this character? And she said she's just lazy.
Yeah.
What did she say?
She said she chose the character to be very lazy. She doesn't want to be bothered. And I think it's such an inspiring choice.
Me and Dulquer also just before this started were like fanboying over that performance in.
It's mind blowing.
I don't know how and what. But that's just the most unique portrayal I've seen of a mother on screen.
Correct.
And the way she did it, and her scenes and Raj's scenes were just so magical. Yeah. Like the conversations they were having, they were so.
Like it doesn't seem created. No?
Yeah, it can't be. I don't know how.
It's so light.
But you know what's amazing is that therefore you should see Badhaai 1 and Badhaai Do.
Correct.
To see what she's capable of.
Yeah.
That I've called her after every film of hers,
she's
and I'm like,
amazing. She always.
No, but that's because
But she didn't call me.
No, it's just incredible the believability she brings to everything. And you know, when she has to be funny, she's fully funny and she can do nuance, and there's nothing she can't do.
Yeah,
I know that terrace scene that we did, was that planned that you would just come and just touch Anna? It was just, but so beautiful. It just, you know, as an actor, what Anisa was saying, it all depends on your co-actor. The way I just saw her, I turned and I saw her standing there, just my mother standing there, and just she came and did this. This much was enough for me to just
start bawling.
No idea. If I would have thought of it before, so it would have never landed right.
So
that
beautiful.
Never works for me.
This much said everything, you know.
But you did something that day. We had started that day with the scene inside where he comes out to the whole family. The day you came on the set that day, no, Raj, you were different than other days when we were working. There was something, you carried something with you, and the minute one saw you that day, one felt okay. So you were sitting in front and I was sitting behind you in that scene. Nothing, we had no interaction in the scene. In the middle, some time, you did, without even looking at me, you just put your hand behind, like that, like almost. That set the tone for that. You created it, you know what I'm saying? And it just like, you gave the suggestion of where it would go. So co-actor like sir is saying, it's just such a, you know, it's a thing. And to see you that day, you know, oh my God, our DOP was crying. It was like, he was in some other,
But it's so lovely to hear how movie magic happens.
Yes.
You know, and of course, one of the most magical things this year was that scream, Rishab.
Oh man.
Varun.
I've already asked him a lot about it.
इसका मतलब क्या? That's what he's asking.
Varun was like, please उनसे कहना ना, एक बार वो scream करके दिखाए.
मैं ऐसा रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ मत करो करके ऑडियंस को भी.
Wordless scream.
ये करना पिक्चर करेगा.
I told him नानु निन्ना अष्टपड़ती नहीं. That means I like you in Kannada.
I love it.
बोल चुका इसको.
But that scream is incredible. And how do you get into that space? वो किधर से निकली?
मतलब वो जो रियल दैव कोला जो रहता है तो करता है, तो उधर जाके भी मैं बहुत बार देखा था और हज़ारों वीडियोस देखा था जो रियल में दैव कोला क्या करते हैं और प्रोसीजर क्या रहता है. और दैव का एक स्टेटमेंट, मतलब अभी हर जगह ऐसा रिचुअल्स रहता है. मतलब अभी केरला में थयम बोलते हैं हम लोग, और तमिलनाडु में कावल दैवम बोलते हैं. सो ऐसा ही एक आइडिया है कि एक नेचर के अंदर का एक स्पिरिट एक आदमी के अंदर आके जो एक भगवान जैसा एक स्टेटमेंट देना, वो उसमें भी अगर आप गुलिगर का जो पोर्शन है क्लाइमैक्स के जो सीक्वेंस में, उधर हर स्क्रीम का अलग अलग इमोशंस वेरिएशंस रहता है. तो पूरे पिक्चर के लिए मैं 3 बार किया था, तो तीसरी बार आई थिंक 10 to 20% वो रियल में क्या होता है उतना आया शायद. जो अगर आप रियल में दैवकोला देखा तो आपको समझ में आएगा कि मतलब क्या एक्सप्रेस कर रहे हैं, क्या स्टेटमेंट दे रहे हैं. इट्स लाइक एक वर्डिक्ट जैसा. एक बार दैव का मुंह से एक शब्द निकला तो उससे आगे मतलब लोग वो बॉर्डर क्रॉस नहीं करते, और ऐसा एक रिचुअल्स है वो. सो वो मैं बचपन से देख के आया था. वो अगर मैं दूसरा एक्टर को वो रिक्रिएट करने के लिए बोला तो उनको पता नहीं वो रिचुअल्स क्या है करके, तो मुश्किल हो जाएगा शायद. मैं जो बचपन से देख के आया तो वो ट्राई किया था उधर. और उसके आगे वो दैव आता है, एक स्पिरिट आता है जो एक प्रोसीजर रहता है. मतलब रंग और म्यूज़िक, लाइट हो, जो व्रत जो करता है लोग, वो सब मिलके होते हैं वो. सो वो म्यूज़िक चालू हुआ तो आपको कुछ मतलब वो नादस्वरा और तासे बोलते हैं हम लोग, तो वो सब चालू हुआ तो कुछ ट्रांस चालू होता है. तो हर बार हर शॉट के लिए वो म्यूज़िक प्ले करके कर रहे थे हम लोग. तो
समथिंग बियॉन्ड एक्टिंग, मतलब इट्स नॉट एक्टिंग.
डेफिनेटली ज़्यादा तो एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकता हूँ मैं, मतलब.
But it is beyond acting.
It is,
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the narrative around Hindi cinema is ki it's a hit and a miss. So I was talking to this straight guy who said to me,
You should name him, I think.
he said not to be named.
We get named, why don't name them also? उनका भी नाम दे दो.
So he said that we need to cater to core India. Our heroes need to have more testosterone.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds odd.
It does. No, but Ayushmann and Rajkummar, I want to ask you, you've built careers on men who are not exactly high testosterone. You know, they are
But
fumbling
Risham,
men.
I don't think so. Ajay sir is playing a guy who's got such high
Testosterone.
testosterone.
Correct. But
Well said.
he's generalized. You know, he's generalizing here, but he says ki, you know, films like Neerja or Queen will not be the great hits that they were anymore. We need these kind of very, very sort of larger than life men on screen. What is your response?
I think
to
it's a very patriarchal way of thinking.
that? Of course it is.
And
but is it the
I
reality?
think every month, 2 months, 3 months, the conspiracy theories are changing.
Yeah.
Like before Drishyam, they were like before Drishyam, they were like remakes तो चलेंगे नहीं. Drishyam ने prove wrong कर दिया. अब कुछ और होगा, बोल रहे लव स्टोरीज आने रही हैं. अब एक लव स्टोरी आएगी चल जाएगी, ये तो ये भी चल रही है.
Dulquer's love story
Exactly.
was a blockbuster.
Like हिंदी की बात कर रहा हूँ. But
Right.
yeah, it was a blockbuster.
Yeah.
So every 3 months, some person comes out with a disruptive content and nails it. And it's happening. Like Kantara, छोटी पिक्चर है लेकिन it's done really well.
Yeah.
So लोग कह रहे छोटी पिक्चर नहीं चलेंगी. Visual experience चाहिए, वो चाहिए. So I guess it's about how engaging the content is.
Yeah.
Good is not good. It has to be great.
Yeah.
The trigger, the usher towards theaters, I think has to be great. Good is not good enough. नहीं तो OTT पे देख लेंगे वो. So I think it's very encouraging. There's also I think opportunity in adversity. Like we can just push our boundaries. We are recalibrating, and I think we will be there.
Yeah.
हंस क्यों रहे थे?
Janhvi wants to say something.
Please go for it.
No, I don't know why this straight man statement has agitated
Straight
me.
man.
No, Janhvi, it agitated me too. And I was just
Yeah.
like, what are you saying? And
Should be high estrogen. Why is high estrogen?
I would love
Gangubai
that.
Gangubai, high
I
estrogen.
was just going to say how
Exactly.
come Gangubai did well.
Because, so here's the explanation. It's a Sanjay Leela Bhansali.
Yeah, which we spoke about
Yeah.
the last time, you know, because if a
Deep breaths,
woman-centric
deep breaths.
film does well, then it's a director's credit.
Correct.
Speak brown paper bag.
And this is ridiculous.
Or maybe she's exhibiting testosterone-ish quality.
Heroism.
More
The
than
masculine
sexy.
energy.
Yeah,
The masculine
yeah,
energy at the
yeah.
face.
Yes,
Yeah.
Janhvi.
Can I
Janhvi.
tell you, I really think, ma'am, from my limited experience and my novice point of view, I don't think when anyone is giving out these theories, I don't think anyone knows what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly.
Especially in this environment, I think the one thing that these films that have worked and resonated with people have in common is that they are telling someone's truth, even if it is a remake. If the maker has a conviction and has an original perspective, then it's working. Like Kantara, for example, it's a story that he's lived. I mean, he's familiar with the space. It's the character, everything that he was explaining about it. I'm sorry, I'm really hyper, but I feel very passionately about this. And I really think that when you make something with conviction and honesty, that's what resonates with people, because people want to see truth on screen. I think that's the purpose of what we're making. So whether your truth or what you want to make with conviction is songs and dances and comedy, then that's fine, and that'll resonate with people too, as long as it comes from a place of honesty. I'm done.
No, but I'm also
like a law point monologue.
I'm also agitated,
That's
and
all
I
you
have
want.
to say that this. I feel this critic is a misogynist.
Yeah.
And
Not a critic, trade
sorry,
person.
trade person is a
He's Anu's good
misogynist.
friend, by the way.
And it's okay. I still believe he is.
She meets people of all kinds.
Also, you know, we've worked so hard
Yeah.
as women to have a certain standing today where we're headlining films. More and more actresses are doing that. And I love how post-pandemic, because the men's films aren't working, they suddenly turn around and say that the women's films are therefore not going to work all the more. How ridiculous. What about Gangubai? I really want to say, what about Gangubai? It did more than most male-driven films.
No,
did, hero.
I mean, what about Taboo this year?
Yeah, look
She's
at
part of the
Drishyam
two biggest
and
blockbusters.
Bhulbulaiya.
What a year.
Yeah. I agree. Listen, I'm just putting forth.
I'm
what
sorry,
I
even
think.
I'm damn agitated.
Yeah, yeah.
Must tell us the name
No,
of
आप
the
उनको हमारा प्यार बता देना.
I feel, I think
Testosterone laden films like Vikram Vedha, action hero, full of testosterone.
No, I feel little bit what maybe
I
not
wanna-
in
I
his
wanna ask
defense.
Larger than
Rishab
life,
one
I
question.
agree.
No, not in his defense. I think what he maybe was trying to say is that there should be more heroism in characters, whether male or female.
No, but
No,
he
no,
said
no.
no,
Testosterone.
he
He
said
used the word
and
testosterone.
Queen Jessie
Oh, he
Singh.
said these
Yeah.
words.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said
I want to just ask you,
testosterone.
Yeah.
when you're making
It's over.
so many times, when you are deciding to do something, there will be so many people who have these theories and this knowledge, and they're gauging from past experiences or whatever, or like what industry trends and stuff. And they go, don't do it. Don't do it. Bad idea, bad film, bad role. Don't do it. Nobody's doing it. And I'm like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
But
And it will be proved wrong because nobody has a clue. Nobody has an idea as to what is going to work, not work. And I don't think any of us should ever approach films being like, this will work.
Yeah.
You know, that shouldn't be the operative word.
Yeah.
This state of flux is so wonderful. Yeah, we grew up on such formulaic films, no?
Yeah.
Like, you know, literally it was like A, B, C, D. Every second film was that. So now nothing sticks, and that's probably bad for commerce, but it's just great as actors and it's great as content watchers. Yeah, it's fabulous.
But I'm saying if you're talking about commerce, I just feel with our industry, I mean the Hindi film industry, I feel that what happened, the disconnect. Because see, we can't sit here and say there's no disconnect. There is a slight disconnect with the audience, and I feel that also when I interact with other crowds from different stratas of society, is that we chased so many people. We chased like probably out of 10, we were chasing those 2 people who can buy that 500 rupee ticket. We were chasing those 2 people because ye log 500 ka ticket khareed sakte. But we ignored the 8 people who can buy the 100 rupee ticket. We did. Now this is just a commerce thing. I'm not saying that if you make it like that, you make it, you know, like that. You can make a great film even if you're making it for those 8 people. You can make a great artistic film also. But the film should get to them. They should like to watch it. Like with Jug Jug Jio, our film did extraordinarily well in multiplexes. That's where we got our number from, and we eventually tilted to becoming a success. You know, it's only because of those high-end multiplexes, not even multiplexes. The high-end multiplexes really took the business of that film and ran, and it took it to becoming a success eventually. But I think somewhere that film, even the director feels this and Karan feels this, we couldn't get in people in the single screens. Now why, what, I mean, but there was a miss. Eventually, like for me as an actor, I'm always trying to make that film which will appeal to everyone in the room. It's tough, but you want to try, but that's what like a Dangal does, I guess. You know, it's appreciated all over.
So, you know, I think it's very important for us to see men who are vulnerable on screen. And one of my favorite sequences this year was Raju and Huma Qureshi having a hand-to-hand fight
Compact.
in Monica, Oh My Darling. Okay, and it was like, it did this whole, कि पहले तो इतना anger था, but you're both, by the end of it, just exhausted and lying and looking at each other. And I thought that was amazing, that you as an actor do not have a problem going hand-to-hand with a woman and then not conquering, being almost defeated by her.
Exactly. You know, you'd be surprised. A lot of people told me this later, and this thought never crossed my mind because I was thinking like my character, like what Jayant would do. That's what Jayant would do. He's not a guy would get into a brawl with somebody on street. He's a guy with a brain, not a street fighter. But a lot of people told me this. Huma herself told me कि राज करते नहीं है लोग, पता है हमारे यहाँ पे ना ऐसा बोल देते हैं हीरो के, नहीं लड़की कैसे मारेगी थप्पड़ यार, लड़की मुझे मार रही है, मुझे खा रही है. I said what?
ये तो बहुत पिट के आ रहे हैं.
हाँ, I know. And this
मैं 30 साल पहले पिट चुका हूँ चमेली की शादी में.
यहाँ से trickle down हो गया. यहाँ से
AGOG से यहाँ पे आ गए.
And I was shocked because
Rajji.
this thought, like, I don't know, like,
It didn't even occur to
didn't
you.
even occur to me ever.
Like she's there in Akhada.
In चमेली की शादी.
She beats the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's why I look at that film.
Yeah,
Still
it's
talking about
one
it.
of my favorite
Cults.
वो सब ना जुदाई, the wife sells me.
Beta also you were.
Beta.
Also you're a submissive little husband.
Sir, you've always been saleable.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Finally,
you
I've
landed.
redeemed myself.
No, but Anil, you've seen it all, right? His first credit, guys, on IMDb is in 1979.
Wow.
So he's been working longer than some of you have been alive, right? You've seen the highs, you've seen the lows, you've seen the film industry go through everything. Even then, the pandemic was a singular experience. This has not happened before. What is your sense of what it's done to stardom? What has it done to the idea of especially the Bollywood star? Because my sense is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dulquer, Rishab, ki South mein stars are still very much in that kind of pedestal space. But what has happened here?
To be honest, I don't go so deep.
It's like, that's your job, you figure it out.
I don't analyze these. I think I just feel, genuinely I'm telling you. So I'm not the right person to answer that. Okay, what has gone wrong and what has gone right. But whatever is good for me, what was happening. very honestly. So
He has no
He's like the
competition.
local.
no, it's not that.
He
No,
has no
genuinely,
competition.
I just feel, I'm lucky that I'm not in that kind of situation where I have to think
Maintain
all these
that.
things. Maintain. Yeah. I'm very, very fortunate. Otherwise, it is stressful, a lot of leading that, I'm sure. This whole kind of situation. So obviously, I've also gone through that kind of situation. So it is, but I'm not the right person at the moment to answer that. I think Varun will be.
But I think with the right film,
Wally.
I'm sure, like, I think we're all waiting for it. Like, I'm sure we're all waiting for Shah Rukh sir's next big release.
Yeah. Pathaan, first day, first show.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like,
we're all there.
every
So.
little update, and we're all getting excited. So
Yeah.
I don't think we can ever write off stars as a system. I think it just, we need it. Like as viewers, if you love cinema, if you love your beloved actors you've grown up watching, and then you want to see that big tentpole film, you want to see them win, you want to see them have a great film, a great hit, and that's across the board. I don't think you want to see your favorite star having a bad film either.
Bad?
And when that film, a bad film.
A bad film.
Like when a film doesn't work, it's personal to, I think, most of the fans.
No, I'm saying the world is changing, right? Evolution is something no human can stop. It is going to happen. You are going to get older. Sorry to get dark, but you are going to die eventually. So that is something no one can stop. Right? So same way, technology is also going to keep coming. It's going to become different. There are going to be different types of ways your film is going to be consumed. And that's something which will never stop. So whether this star system will exist ahead or it will not exist ahead, who's to say? But cinema will exist. Art will exist. Just the way people consume it is going to get different. And I mean, it's a great blowjob to everyone's ego that you know that you're a star and you're this and you're that. But eventually, when people are watching cinema, they just want to be entertained. That's it. That's it.
Did you say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay, it's digital. We're fine.
What? I mean, it's
You were
a.
talking about levitating also, right?
But were you
It's
saying that
evolution.
has this concept of the star changed?
Yeah,
That's
what-
it. You know, has it become also because of social media, also because
I was going to
there's
say
so-
accessibility has something to do with it.
But then Janhvi, okay, let's look at your social media, right? 21 million people on Instagram. All right, that's massive. Okay, that's massive. What I find fascinating is that your choices as an actor are very risky. You're not hedging your bets. You're choosing films where you are propelling the film. There's usually not even a leading man to kind of shoulder that burden, and that's great. You know, you've done this year Good Luck Jerry, you've done Millie. But on Instagram, what we see is a persona that adheres more closely to the idea of a Hindi film hero.
A conventional.
A very outsized, glamorous, gorgeous sort of persona. Now, is that a strategy?
No, in fact, I've been told that whatever it is that I'm doing is confusing for the audiences. So it's maybe the lack of a strategy. But I think these two things are very divorced for me. And if I have to cater or tailor an image on my social media to make my films more saleable or for people to digest that persona more, I think that's too technical and that's too calculated for my kind of personality. And I will continue to keep doing the kind of work I believe in to satisfy my creativity, and my social media is for, like I said, hopefully more brands and more likes and just like vanity, I guess. Having this social media presence, I think might take away from your stardom, but like for example, you said these 21 million followers. I don't think if all 21 million of them came and watched Millie, then it would have been a huge hit. But I don't think it's equivalent to that. I think actors today, if you have a social media presence, you're an influencer and you're an actor.
Right.
And I think being an influencer might make your stardom a little more accessible, and so maybe makes you feel like it's diminishing. But I don't think your stardom, your Instagram following is a testament to your stardom at all. They're
not at
two
all.
completely different things.
And I hope nobody ever conflates the two.
Yeah.
You know, which they do. Which
But
they
there
do.
are-
Which they shouldn't, because
See,
they're
the
baseless.
people, sometimes what happens, there is a delusion among so many people. They are deluded because sometimes that is stardom. Not only for the person who has those kind of following, but even the people who are hiring you.
Yeah.
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 यार उसको ले लो यार, उसके बहुत फॉलोइंग
But ऐसे ही so मतलब जो मैनेजर एक्टर को ऐसे ही बेचता है ना. If you're getting sold to a brand, कि इसको ले लो, इसके followers इतने हैं तो इसके posts इतने हैं.
लेकिन फिर वो फॉलोअर्स टिकट क्यों नहीं खरीदते?
हाँ?
वो फॉलोअर्स फिर टिकट क्यों नहीं खरीदते?
मेरे
वो content ही बोलता है.
So let me ask you this, and of course this is a generalization.
Yeah.
And I am a lover of all movies, all industries, and I don't discriminate. But what I have seen, generally speaking, is you talked about delusion, right? You, Janhvi, talked about vanity. My sense is there's more of that here than there is in the four South industries.
Sorry, what?
There is more vanity.
Why
There
are you
is more.
constantly
यार.
trying to bring
Why are you doing this?
What are you getting at? Tell me.
मुंबई में बैठ के
अरे ये क्या है मतलब? मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा है. तीसरा क्वेश्चन है. छुरी.
No, but here's my fear, right? When I see
Why are you doing this to us? Why?
genuine.
एक तो हमारे थोड़ा दर्द हो रहा है आजकल. और दुखते रख पे क्यों आप?
because I love Hindi
भैया
films.
मान गए यार. मानेंगे, हमको बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. क्यों यार?
Okay, go on.
Make me forget my question.
Please, go for it.
So here's my thesis, right? So my thesis is that if you're in a space where you are actually buying followers, you're buying MediaNet, you're buying paparazzi pay mentions, right? Eventually somewhere that level of kind of delusion has to seep into your work. Or does it not? That is my question. And if it does, then
I think you
how
called
do we-
wrong
people.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but you're all part of the business.
No,
You've
I know,
seen
but
it.
slightly गड़बड़ है.
हम लोग प्योरिस्ट टाइप के हैं.
We have never
You're the purest.
हम लोग पैसे मांगते हैं.
follower नहीं खरीदते.
हम लोग पैसे देते नहीं हैं.
थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ हो गया ये. थोड़ा पैसा तो भाई.
You know enough people.
मैं फोटो देता हूँ, मेरे को पैसा दे.
But come on, genuinely, you know enough people who do this, right? Like, you know enough actors who are there
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
projecting, right? Does it not impact on the quality of the work? Is my question.
You wouldn't have been here, na?
No, I'm not saying specifically you guys. I'm just saying at large in the Hindi film industry. Is there a way?
I'm the क्या बोलता है guardian.
You're the
gatekeeper,
guardian angel.
protecting
You're the elder statesman.
my film industry.
So maybe that's the change now. That this misguided propping up of an image via social media, just what Janhvi said. You know, the two things don't match. You can prop it up as much as you want, but that
you have
it
to back
doesn't
it up.
convert into
Yeah.
commerce
See,
necessarily.
ultimately
You
it's
will have to
your
back it
work.
up. You'll have to back it
Come on,
up
you
with
have to
solid,
back it up with
consistent work.
There are certain things where in every profession, not only in acting or in show business and anything, even your, sorry to say, but everything, whatever you do also,
Of course.
or any business
In
or
politics.
anything,
Yeah.
there are
Projection is
certain
there.
things
Yeah.
Yeah.
you do, but ultimately, if you're not good at your job,
Yeah.
those things are not going to work. But little bit इधर उधर, आप अपने business के लिए, अपने काम के लिए अगर थोड़ा बहुत कोई भी करता है, तो there's nothing wrong in it. But you cannot be कि वो ही करो और काम नहीं करो.
काम नहीं
It's not possible.
You know,
I suffer the other.
Anupama, the larger problem
I-
is that the media is for sale today.
yeah.
Let's be honest. Misinformation is at its highest today, correct? So people are going to do this.
And
it's
information at its peak.
exactly, it's at its peak, and it's very easy to. So it's also the fall of media somewhere.
Please
or-
watch an action hero.
I will.
It's all about
Sorry, people will play that game. Obviously, now and there are many people who do want to play that game, but they'll see others playing that game and they're like, shit, मेरे को भी करना पड़ेगा. People are misguided or sometimes guided to do that by people. But ultimately, I totally agree with what Anil sir is saying कि आपको काम नहीं आता है तो ये सब करके भी कुछ होने नहीं वाला है.
कुछ नहीं हो रहा.
But everyone is guided to kind of feed into this perception game, I feel. Or at least the kind of conversations I hear around me. I think, everyone's looking out for you and wants the best for you, but I think there's a school of thought that tries to teach actors to sell themselves a little bit, to build perception. And I think that if you're an artist that cares about your art and preserving
I'm trying my
the
best to
sanctity
convince
of
Harsh
it.
to sell himself.
No, I mean,
trying our best.
somebody wise told me early on in my career कि PR पे नहीं, प्यार पे थोड़ा ध्यान दे.
Lovely line.
ठीक है?
Lovely.
PR से नहीं,
this
प्यार
is
से
not-
चलेगी गाड़ी.
हाँ,
And I completely buy that line.
Yeah, Janhvi, since she spoke about her social media and her films, for me, what's interesting is that what I see in the films is not colored by who she is personally or what she's trying to project or whatever on social media. She's still doing the kind of work she wants to do and with complete earnestness.
Yeah.
I think so the two can coexist. Like she said, we're all feeding into something also. We are all, because we need people to buy into that at some level, especially when you're talking brands and all that. Not so much in terms of films, but I think it's...
Even vanity, why not?
Yeah,
हम लोग
absolutely.
actors, we are actors, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have to be vain about
learning
ourselves.
such a
We have to
great
love
deal.
ourselves.
Yeah.
फिल्म में नाचने को नहीं मिल रहा है तो मैं सोशल मीडिया पे थोड़ा सा नाच के लिए डाल दूंगी. Like it's honestly.
Like you can buy followers.
I'll do what makes me happy.
Yeah.
You can't buy engagement. It's
Yeah.
organic. If
It
people are
is.
liking it, they're liking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
इतने followers दिखा के क्या कर लोगे?
Okay, last two questions. One is, what's the performance by an Indian actor that you all have seen that made you jealous?
Several.
Yeah, many
So
like
many.
over like in forever or just
No,
like
this year, this year.
This year.
Jealous नहीं, but I
Whatever,
really
maybe
respected and completely was bowled over what Raj did in Badhaai Do and what Sheeba ma'am did in Badhaai Do. I think it was phenomenal, and whatever Tabu is doing.
Sari pakad liya.
Damn, what a great... She surprises you every time, and that double role in Bhul Bhulaiya was a wham. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I saw. the dance, the grace, the two distinct personalities, it was incredible. And I think this year, personally for me, I'm missing her, is for Alia, like whatever she did in Gangubai and Darlings and RRR and I don't know, personal achievements and so many celebrations. I feel like...
क्या बोला था मैंने रेस्टरूम में गंगूबाई देख के बता
हाँ, so I this is a funny first meeting with a idol. So we were at Gangubai screening. So I went to the loo in the interval, Sunny Super Sound, Yashraj it was, Yashraj. And I'm taking a leak and here comes a man and he starts and I'm like, oh, Anil Kapoor. For the first time I'm seeing him in person. And he just starts and he's like, picture सही जा रही है बहुत अच्छा कर रही है लड़की and looks at me and like yeah and then we go back to the screening gets over, I come back I'm again doing my business in comes Anil Kapoor and he's like इतना अच्छा नहीं करने का इतना अच्छा कर रहेगी ना फिर कौन बनाएगा अब क्या करेगी
आगे सुनो
Hollywood करेंगे वो
And actually happened.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is the first two interactions with Anil Kapoor.
Kapoor Saab. I love it.
But it was something special, I agree.
Yeah, she was fantastic.
Absolutely.
ऋषभ, आपको टाइम मिला किसी और की पिक्चर देखने का?
ज़्यादा नहीं.
हाँ.
जो 777 चार्ली में रक्षित का परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे. और विक्रम में रोलेक्स, कमल सर. तो बहुत ये वेरी लिमिटेड, बहुत कम फिल्म देखा मैं. पूरे साल प्रोसेस में था ना फिल्म मेकिंग का, ज़्यादा देखा नहीं.
शोल्डर डिसलोकेशन में थे.
वो तो रिकवर होता है ऐसे.
Anyone else? Anything that just like made you know?
Was Malik this year?
Malik was not this year, but it's fantastic.
Last year.
Yeah.
Fahad was
Which
so
one?
good. Malik.
Mahesh
Fahad
Narayan's film.
Mahesh Narayan.
For me also, I think Vikram, I think all the
Vikram was fab.
Yeah, it was just collectively superb, and obviously what Rishab sir did, and I called him and told him also personally. But I mean, what he's done in that film, the way he's played that character, and eventually what happens to him, and then just amazing, I think. And also it's more inspiring because he's directed the film. So just as an artist, that has to inspire you, man. Like how do you even do that? So I would say definitely yours. For sure.
I think this is a case study.
Yeah.
Kantara is a case study amongst all the remakes of tried and tested formulas. This stands out.
Yeah.
And it's an anomaly.
Dulquer, you did 4 films this year, so I'm assuming you had no time to see anything.
No, I do. Especially when I go back home, I try to catch up with all the Malayalam work we watch as a family. There were some delightful films. There was Kunjako Bobin's Enathan Kesu. I don't know if you saw the film.
Naja Kesukuru.
Lovely film. Again, similar belt, no, like North Kerala. And it was the most delightful thing I'd seen. It was a courtroom drama, but in this tiny town up north in Kerala. And it was so...
What's the name, Phil?
Ennathan Kesugodu means it's like saying, then sue me. Go sue me, sort of thing.
उसकी rights है?
Please. I'll tell you. I'll connect you.
Okay, any business that happens here, we get credit.
And Rorschach, I enjoyed that. My dad did. I thought Tallumala was great fun.
Yeah.
Tovino did.
Yeah.
Actually enjoyed Love Today also a lot.
I want to catch this 11.
It was lovely. Yeah, beautiful film. Oh, a lot of fun. Great.
A lot talk about the
Watched
film.
much.
Bonis has the rights.
Yeah.
Watch Pushpa this year?
Pushpa was last year. Pushpa was last.
He has the rights.
Vikram was great.
He did tell me only. David uncle told me.
Bonis has the rights of Love Today.
Actually, I don't know for sure. Huh? You're not announcing it. I don't know.
He has the rights, guys.
He's the rights king.
He's the right.
Rights king, rights king.
Okay, guys, last question. I want you to just, each one of you tell me.
In one word, huh?
No, not in one word.
No, I want to say, actually, yeah.
Please.
I was thinking about
Raj, you must speak.
No, I want to say
बोलना ही
चाहता हूँ
कुछ.
उसके बारे में.
I really enjoyed, of course, what Vijay did with Hamza. Like
Yeah.
as she was saying, it's
Yeah.
he didn't-
Terrifying.
Of course, it wasn't over the top at all. It was just right, like how it's supposed to be, which is the most tough thing I think.
वहाँ से मेरी तारीफ हो रही है, यहाँ से हो रही है. What am I? This is Anil
What's going
Kapoor.
on?
giving
बट
me
ये जरूर है कि यहाँ हम लोग जैसे एंटर किए सब
Of course. No, and also like what she did. Because Badhaai Do to very
Yeah.
my,
She's taken the
Badhaai Ho also.
limelight.
Badhaai Ho was phenomenal, absolutely fantastic.
But Badhaai Do, sir.
Oh, Badhai Ho and Badhai Do.
I get confused
I said Badhai
sometimes.
1 and Badhai 2.
बधाई दो इधर है
Yeah, we've
I
done
got 3
three
films with her.
together, yeah.
But
I
Tamil
have to-
Kesha, Badhaai
Badhaai
Do
One and Badhaai
and
Do.
Dr. G.
Dr. G.
That's right. She's done
Like-
6 films this year.
Have I?
Six films?
नहीं.
वाह
बहुत
No, this year,
Pajama
बाबू.
also.
ये यहाँ पहुँचना है मुझे
नहीं, आप लोग एक दो करते हो यार. People like
I did
us
only
do
one.
because we have हमारा काम होता है बाबा. It's different.
Arey,
Okay, come on.
It's a
Last
I have
question.
to mention
Yes,
Raj's
yes.
performance in Monica Madam.
Oh, can
Yes.
I think
And I
that
heard
scene
you were
when-
terrific in action, hero.
Yeah.
only
You're
hearing
fantastic,
for
absolutely. No. And because you see, I go to this
सब पिक्चर
place-
देखो पहले सर.
नहीं मैं देखूंगा मैं जाता हूँ एक जगह
Sir,
बड़ी-
आप आगे
where
just push back a
नहीं
little.
यार मैं थोड़ा
excitement
it's a very place where all the common people are there.
Right.
You know, very some all kinds of, so obviously that's my connect. So I do keep my connect. So I don't get delusional and go into a cave. So I meet, keep on interacting. Superb Tarif, Kantara, Frozen, Varun Dhawan and Bedia.
Frozen हाँ वो ठीक है
Sorry, Frozen, Millie. Sorry.
One day you did the Frozen also. Hindi version of Frozen.
just let it go
You're fantastic in every film.
Let it
Both,
go.
that film, apna, Monica also, and
Monica, and congratulations.
and
Badhaai, congratulations.
Because it's
and
the
then I
closer
met
I
this
get to
gentleman from Star who never just praises anybody. यार.
Sitaram.
बोला सीताराम तो बोलते हैं मैंने क्या कौन सी पिक्चर चल रही है कौन से प्लेटफॉर्म है आपका क्या बोला सीता
Ramam.
सर बहुत जबरदस्त सुपर हिट
High nostalgia.
fantastic he never says it yeah and he was just went on also I've just given you all common people's
Thank you, sir.
feedback.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But before we end,
And yours is not just about this year. Okay.
Yeah, true.
but before we end, I want each of you to tell me what is the big hope for 23 and what's one thing you just want to be done with in 22?
Promotions.
yeah
Promotion.
But you're so good at it.
I used to enjoy it. Now suddenly I've begun to post-pandemic. Na,
I'm
I've
done
begun
with
to feel like, yaar,
Ho gaya.
ho gaya.
because I've heard like you're Lady Shah Rukh Khan when it comes to promotion
No, I've promoted like crazy, but now I feel like I just get very bored doing some things, you know.
I'm done with traffic like genuinely I'm just but I'm done with the commuting I
It's
just
a
wanna-
pollution.
yeah I want to figure out a way where I
wanna
can
live in a
just
set?
reach
Oh,
the
we
set
need to talk about.
we can't off the show
Go ahead,
This
go
thing is over now.
We make good films, better films, and good films would work because my heart really hurts when a good film doesn't work. Like I heard great things about Action Hero, and it's got such great rating at IMDb. I felt so bad. I just felt so bad when like it really hurts. When a good film doesn't work now, when a bad film makes money, that also hurts a little.
I love that honesty.
but we live with that
Yeah, just that but there will be 10 more of those.
Exactly.
Yeah, but when a good film doesn't work, so I just hope we make good films and they work.
I think it's multifactorial. Like release date, clutter,
A lot of
stuff,
Yeah.
marketing. It's just
But it's a
yeah,
wonderful.
economy.
Kismat
I enjoyed Action Hero.
Kismat
I enjoyed Action Hero.
I've
Kismat
contributed to the box office. कल मैं टिकट लेके ट्रैफिक में फंस गया मैं पुणे के। मैंने मैं बॉक्स ऑफिस में कंट्रीब्यूट कर दिया पर फिल्म देख।
Dulquer
दोबारा
मैं double
contribute
contribute कर।
next I am also monitor now
I mean, especially because there's so much of this north-south discussion, I genuinely wish that every industry has a stellar film, at least one, next year. All 4, 5.
Only one.
Not how many industries are there?
Only one. We make hundreds of films.
I know, I'm saying all industry, each industry has like a Kantara or whatever, like
Every industry
a
has
represent,
Kantara. That's
you know,
a
and there's
great-
a great film, and it does insane numbers. Everybody across India watches it. Yeah, that'll be great.
Varun.
I give a
Cafe
hit in every
Jesus.
industry
Sorry.
I give a hit in every industry
Lovely.
So basically
must.
give a hit all over India, which has happened this year in so many films like Kantara, KGF, Pushpa. So I wish that even we start this becomes a bigger trend, I feel. Now that all in full India watches your film.
Wow.
hello Janhvi we have to
More
leave
stories.
Frozen 2.
More stories, more growth, and I think just more work. And I think also for these pan-India films to unite us as an industry, as opposed to creating this divide.
no I think it is united
Yeah, I think maybe it's in the
it is
perspective.
100% is united.
Yeah.
वो थोड़ा सा
Trying to divide us.
सर
शायद वो ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग हो जाएगा, मतलब अभी लैंग्वेज बैरियर हटा के लोग ऐसे इंडियन सिनेमा जैसे देख रहे हैं,
Yeah, Indian
तो
cinema.
वो आई थिंक इट विल बी मोर स्ट्रांगर इन 2023. सो हम ज़्यादा अच्छे नए कहानी देख सकते हैं. तो मेरा तो रिलीज़ नहीं होगा, तो एक्टिंग डायरेक्शन और एक चालू करता हूँ मैं जैन से, तो 24 रिलीज़ होगा मेरा.
Great, good luck.
My personal hope is Dreamgirl too. But collective, I think it should be a great cross-pollination between cultures and languages, and I think we should be collaborating more often.
Yeah.
और एक
And
गाना
should be relentless towards creating more disruptive content.
आयुष्मान एक गाना भी चाहिए.
हाँ गाना गाऊंगा मैं. 2 महीने बाद
I
आएगा.
want that.
Single आएगा. Thanks. Keep supporting.
Like, subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell
I
icon.
do know just even more dangerous, nuanced content. Even
Nice.
more.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Maybe play
I'm
more
gonna copy
with
that.
thoda
More risks.
More risks.
More risks.
More risks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And an award. I've never got one.
No wonder we're
So hard to
sitting
believe.
next to each other.
You know
Even I haven't
Right
received
now.
an
What are you
award.
saying?
Yeah.
Chalo, hum
I
bana
told you
lenge
that
apna hai.
called me and said कि तेरा award नहीं.
You were late.
सर
So I would say personally, I would like to break some barriers of stereotype and do something smashing. And I'm already in the works for it. So I'm excited about 2023.
Baba, inshallah.
Last word to you, Kapoor Saab.
I think see what happens in we have more filmmakers in every part of our country, more actors, more writers, you know. What happens is sometimes there is a certain, I was mentioning, sometimes there are great filmmakers from Kerala, there are sometimes great filmmakers from Andhra, there are great filmmakers from Bengal, from Mumbai, from Maharashtra. So एक साथ 2023 है ना अभी क्या 23 में ऐसा लगे कि सब जगह से some great actors have come, some great filmmakers, some great, and they all are doing, you know, fantastic work. तो कभी-कभी क्या होता है, there's a lull. Certain place has a lull, so the lull should get over. और ऐसा भी नहीं होना चाहिए कि the other places who are making good films they become little, you know, क्या बोलते हैं? Complacent. So they all keep on making fantastic films, you know.
We
and
strive for excellence.
strive for excellence, and there will be, I'm sure. And because this pandemic and this, I'm sure there was a lot of people who were writing during that time. And a lot of things has been created and contents, and they're ready to start executing it. And I can feel it. There are certain good films being made all over India. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I as a viewer cannot wait. Thank you all, and thank you for making the time to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is lovely.
Thank you.
Hi guys, hope you enjoyed the Actors Adda 2022. If you like this video, hit like, share, and subscribe to
Film Companion.